equal to mc square. I told that it consists of both. It unified both your law of conservation of mass as well as your energy, dear. So in this case here, suppose we are talking about, here we are having this m naught. This last class we told you about the rest mass and normal mass. Your m is equal to m naught upon under root 1 minus b square upon c square, where m naught is the rest mass of the particle. So means if you are taking a frame of reference, so in that particular frame of reference is the object is at rest, dear. So that will be the rest mass of the particular object, dear. So in this case here, now, so if we are talking about the rest mass energy of the rest mass energy, the rest mass is m naught, dear. And if you're talking about the rest mass energy of the particular atom or the nucleus, what we're talking about, the rest mass energy will be your m naught c square. Means whatever you are having the rest mass into c square, where c stands for the velocity or the speed of light. Since you know that it is your 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, dear. So here this quantity will be a huge quantity, dear. Now, so here what happened, the total energy, when you're talking about the total energy, we are writing as here mc square. You're taking the mass m. This energy will be equal to the rest mass energy plus the kinetic energy of the particular particle we're talking about. So this will be equal to your m naught c square plus the kinetic energy, dear. So from here, if we want to find out the kinetic energy part, the kinetic energy part will be your mc square minus m naught c square. And if we are taking out common here c, so m minus m naught c square. So it will be your kinetic energy will be delta mc square. Listen carefully. This delta m is the main part we require here. Delta m is known as the mass defect. So here we are talking about the rest mass energy. The total energy is expressed in this way, dear. So here this one delta m. This delta m is very, very important, dear. This delta m is known as the mass defect. And because of this mass defect only, like when we are talking about your nuclear fusion and all, dear, so in this case we'll be saying that is nuclear fusion or nuclear fission and all. This mass, because of this mass defect only, the mass defect only leading to our this emission of equilibration of large quantity of energy. You know, whatever this mass will be, the quantity c square, since c is the speed or the velocity of light, this quantity c square is making it huge, dear. So this part is very, very important. This mass defect delta m is being converted into the energy. So whatever mass defect will be there, that defect, mass defect will be converted into the energy. And how we are getting the expression, the particular answer, delta m c square. So there will be questions will be asked in exam, dear, numerical based on this only they'll be asking you. So please write down this part quickly. Then we'll be going for your binding energy part, and few questions are there quickly. So please write down this part, and one question we'll discuss, dear. One question is there. So please quickly write down this part. One numerical was there. Let me search that part, numerical part. In NCERT only, listen here, two examples are there. They go through the two examples there. They're very, very important. In NCERT only, first example is that the particular part which I have given you the homework, that 1 AMU you convert into electron volt or million electron volt. That part they are asking there. Or one more example is there. Based on this one only, this E equal to MC square. Two examples are there in the NCERT part. You please go through that one, dear. Now, next part is regarding the concept of your nuclear binding energy, dear. This is very, very important part because there are so many questions are asked in the exam, dear. So here, let us first discuss about the binding energy. Now, next, the important part is about your binding energy of the nucleus. Now, here, what do you mean by binding energy? Any one of you just tell me what basic idea you are having about your binding energy. Any one of you? From the name itself, when you're talking about the nucleus, I told you that the constituent of nucleus is known to you, dear. Constituent of nucleus means inside the nucleus, we are having the proton and the neutrons. Now, how this proton, because you know that there is repulsive force between the protons, as they are positively charged. But then also, neutrons are having no charge, so there is no role in case of electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion part. Repulsion part, they are not playing any role here. But when we are talking about the positive charge, the protons, so here we are having the protons and all. So there will be repulsion between the protons here, and because of the repulsion also, then also why the particular nucleons are inside the nucleus. How the nucleon are bound to the nucleus, that part only we are asking. So now just you tell me what idea you are having about binding energy. Any one of you? Dev Sharma or this Adil Khan? Adil Khan? So here they're giving the particular state, that formulas and all, but I don't want the formulas, Pratham. Binding energy per nucleon. Here, listen, just you have copy paste one, because here equation 10.3.3 is also written. So Pratham, just copying the things from somewhere, this is not the correct habit, dear. Whatever known to you, that part you should give the answer. This derivation part, obviously you'll be going through this. I'm asking that what idea you are having about the binding energy. Quickly. Nutan, Chanchal Kumari, any one of you? Just now I told that how the nucleons means the constituent which are present in the nucleus. Proton and neutron together, they are known as nucleons, dear. So when we are talking about the binding energy part, dear, so here it is the energy. It is the energy by which, it is the energy by which are bound to what? Just tell me, Dev. We are talking about the binding energy part here. So here it is the energy with what? This is the energy with which the nucleons are bound to the nucleus, by which the nucleons are bound to the nucleons of proton and neutron together, bound to the nucleus, is known as binding energy. The basic purpose is that this particular energy required for the nucleon to be present inside the nucleus. Now, similarly, there are different ways also to define the binding energy. This is the first way, dear. We can also define the binding energy as it is the amount of work done required to what? Required to remove the nucleon from the nucleus to such a place, will be taking the particular nucleons to such a place where they won't be interacting, or they won't be interacting the nucleus, or they won't be having such particular force. They won't be experiencing that particular force there. So here, this binding energy in both the cases you have to memorize. Like it is the energy by which the nucleons are bound to the nucleus, or you can write down here that it is the amount of work done required to remove the nucleons from the nucleus to such a place that there won't be interaction, or there will be minimum interaction. So write down the next part here. It is also defined as the amount of work done to remove the nucleons from the nucleus to such a distance where they won't interact. They won't interact. Now, so please write down this part, dear, quickly. So be fast. So be fast, dear. So after the definition part, mainly the expression is very, very important for us. How to find out the binding energy of, in case of suppose the particular question they'll be giving you, dear. That part is very, very important. So please write down after this hardly two definition part we have written. Means it is the energy with which the nucleons are together in the nucleus, or what is the amount of energy required to just remove the particular nucleons just to such a place that where they won't interact with each other, dear. So Nutan has written. Anyone left quickly? Anyone left? Anyone left? Adil Khan? Adil? Aditi Tomar? People are not giving any reply, dear. Simply for the namesake you are coming to the class. Pratham?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got the idea, dear? In any two ways, simple language, suppose this one is not known to you, you're not getting the idea, you can explain it in this form. Simply this is the energy with which the nucleons are tightly held in the nucleus, is known as the binding energy. From the name itself, binding means they are binding them. Binding से आता ना पकड़ के रखना बेटा. तो किसको पकड़ के रखना है यहाँ पर? Here the nucleus which is present inside the nucleus. Now just now we have seen here that in the earlier case the mass defect concept. Now properly we'll be going through this mass defect, because this mass defect is only responsible for finding out the expression for the binding energy. So what happened here? Now listen carefully. Today at least this part and the graph of binding energy is very, very important here. ये दो हमें आज discuss करना ही है. Anyhow. So in this case here, let us discuss regarding the mass defect properly. And now, here what happened, the rest, you are talking about the nucleus. Here in the nuclei, we're not talking about the atom and all. We're talking about the nucleus. In the nucleus, we are having the protons and the neutron. Only this part we are talking about. So what happened here? Always it is found that the rest mass of the nucleus is always less than that of the particular mass of the nucleon from which it is made up of. Means the nucleus is consist of proton and neutron. So if together we are talking about the mass of this particular nucleus, the rest mass of the nucleus, dear. If you're talking about the rest mass of the nucleus, then this rest mass is found to be always less than the mass of the particular nucleons, proton and neutrons from which it is made up of. ये mind में fix कर लेना है आपको बेटा. So here we are having that the rest mass of the nucleus is found to be slightly less than, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं, but less than, slightly less. But again here I told you slightly less, then also Parveen, why the quantity of energy we are getting very high? Just tell me, Sahajabin, Parveen. Here I told you that here the rest mass of the nucleus is found to be slightly less than the mass of the nucleons, means proton and neutron, from which it is made up of. Now, Sajabin Praveen.
Yes, ma'am.
Just tell me, dear, here I am focusing here the main part emphasis that the rest mass of the nucleus is found to be slightly less than the mass of the nucleons, proton and neutron we are talking about, from which it is made up of. It is slightly less. Then why we are getting huge amount of energy in case of such particular nuclear reaction we are talking about, whether it is fusion or fission? The amount of energy liberated is really, really high, dear. So why this this high energy. How we are getting this high energy? Just you explain me. Slightly less in the mass. Mass defect is slightly less, but then also you are getting more energy, dear. Because to find out the energy, our formula is what? You just try, Parveen. Just now I have told here, to find out the energy part, binding energy part, your mass defect is multiplied with a particular quantity, which is really huge.
C square.
Yes, dear. And because of this only, you are getting huge amount of energy. So this is the particular pass or mass defect. So here in this case, suppose we are taking. Now, let us denote that Z be the number of protons. Here we are taking Z, the number of protons, A equal to your number of protons, atomic mass number. Z is the atomic number, dear, and here A is the atomic mass number. So it will be your number of protons plus number of electrons or neutrons. Chanchal Kumari, mass number of protons plus number of electrons, or number of protons plus number of neutrons. Just tell me.
Number of protons plus number of neutrons.
Yes, dear. Good. So number of neutrons. Now, so here, suppose MP is the mass of proton, or let us here only. You've written this part. Write
Yes,
down
ma'am.
here. This
Yes, ma'am.
MP denote the mass of proton. Here, Mn denotes mass of neutron. And suppose the particular quantity, the nucleus we are taking as, suppose X, then suppose this one is your M. Mx means the mass of the nucleus you're talking about here. So here any symbol you can use. Depending upon your symbol, you'll be just defining them. So here mass of the nucleus. So what in the statement I told you that it is found to be that the rest mass of the nucleus is slightly less than the mass of the nucleus from which it is made up of. So here if we are talking about your delta M, the mass defect, how you can express this mass defect here? Means the difference between here, since the mass of the nucleon is more, so I can write down here that it will be your mass of the nucleons. Mass of the nucleons minus mass of the nucleus. Mass of the nucleus. Simple language I will writing here. Delta M is equal to, dear, your mass of the nucleons minus your mass of the nucleus we are talking about. Now here mass of the nucleons means we are having the proton and the neutron part here. That too also number Z, and we are taking here A as the atomic mass number, means your number of protons plus number of neutrons. So here if you are talking about delta M, your delta M will be mass of nucleons means mass of proton plus mass of your neutron. Mass of proton we are taking as MP, and number of proton is your Z. So if in a nucleus you are having Z number of protons and the mass of each proton is your MP, so mass of Z number of protons will be,
ZMP.
yes, ZMP, Nutan, really good. So ZMP, dear. Plus one more nucleon we are having, the nucleon is your neutron, and here the neutron, the atomic number Z, mass number A. So number of neutron, Neha,
Yes, ma'am.
if atomic mass number is A, which is equal to number of proton Z plus number of neutron. So from this expression, you just tell me number of neutron is equal to
Mass of neutron.
what, dear?
A A minus
A
Z.
minus Z. Sajin Praveen has written A minus Z into mass of neutron. We are talking about M and D here. And here we are taking Mx as the, we are denoting the nucleus. You can denote this one instead of taking X, any symbol you can use. Like here, capital N stand for the nucleus part. You can use anything, dear, depending upon your choice, dear. But you have to define the particular term. So here, minus, we are taking M and here. So here we are having this delta M is equal to ZMP plus A minus ZMN minus MN. This is for the nucleus part. So here, when you're talking about the mass defect is known to you, dear. So now what will be the expression for the binding energy? Binding energy we are getting. How are we getting the binding energy, dear? Your delta M C square. Means here we'll be writing that your binding energy will be delta M C square. This expression is very, very important. So here we'll be writing as Z MP plus, this part is visible? Yes. A minus Z M small n neutron, and here M N into C square. This expression which is given in NCERT book regarding the binding energy part is very, very important here. Binding energy is equal to Z, means number of proton into mass of proton plus number of neutron into mass of neutron minus your mass of the nucleus part we are talking about. This expression part, please write down this expression, dear. And after this, we are having numericals are there, but that part we'll be discussing after the holidays. But here the main part is today we have to discuss about the graph, the binding energy per nucleon. That part we have discussed. So please write down this part quickly. So Nutan has written, others, anyone left? It's all written or not? Let me check this part. Okay, done. Neha also done, and others also. Now, so let us start the next part. Now, next part is regarding binding energy per nucleon. And that day I told you, beta, that you have to explain me the reason why not the neutral radiations which are coming out from this when the beryllium is bombarded with alpha particle is not your phones because of this conservation law of this momentum and energy. So that part, any one of you has gone through it or not? Last day we asked one question from you, ki how the conservation law of mass and this one energy part. मतलब कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा आप लोग कुछ नहीं पढ़ते हो बेटा, अपने साइड से कुछ पढ़ना ही नहीं है. So leave it now. It is a simple question I give you here. Now next part is regarding binding energy per nucleon. The binding energy per nucleon, or better you can use the word that average binding energy per nucleon. From the name itself only, per nucleon means now what, dear? This average binding energy per nucleon is defined as, it is the average energy required to remove a nucleon. Per nucleon means a single nuclear. We're talking about single nuclear. We're talking about. So here, the average energy required to remove a nucleon to infinite distance, so that it won't be experiencing that particular interaction, dear. So here we are defining this average binding energy per nucleon as the average energy required to remove a nucleon from a particular nucleus to an infinite distance, dear. That part we are talking about. And here this particular thing is calculated as your average binding energy part per nucleon, means just the binding energy part we are calculating by dividing it with the mass number. Means here we are getting this particular part as average binding energy per nucleus means we are taking divided by the atomic number. This A stands for the atomic number, dear. So this part is very, very important. Means whatever binding energy you are getting, that part you have to divide it with the mass number to get the idea. So here you can write down that this is defined as this is defined as the average binding energy or simply an average energy. Understood this part? Okay, average energy required to remove a nucleon to a infinite distance where it won't be feeling the interaction, dear. And how we are calculating it? By dividing with the mass number. So here it is your average binding energy upon the A. A stands for the mass number. Now, this binding energy per nucleon graph is very, very important for discussing so many important things, dear. So that graph part will be drawing now. So first just write down this part, dear. Now after this you are having the graph. This graph we are drawing, just we are taking the mass number and we are having the two axes, X and Y. So one axis we are taking your mass number and on the other axis we are taking your average binding energy per nucleon. And depending upon the mass number and all, how the graph is varying, that is important. For the particular light nuclei and all, what binding energy you are getting. For the heavier nuclei, what is the variation part. For in which case you are getting the maximum and all. So this part is very, very important. So here in NCERT also they have given you the graph, dear. So here I will just from the book only I'll be drawing the graph here, then I'll be explaining the particular part. So please just write down this part, then I'll be going for the graph. First, whatever you are observing from the graph, that part will be writing. And after that, dear, main part is that what is the importance of this particular graph? Why you are going for this binding energy and all? This part is very, very important. In that too also, maybe in your book given or not, that P by N ratio and all, that is also very, very important, dear, for deciding the stability of the nucleus. Means here the graph, the particular curve will decide mainly the stability of the nucleus, dear. Which nuclei are more stable, which nuclei are ready to go for nuclear fission, which are ready to go for your nuclear fusion and all. So here now let us go for the graph. So this part written, anyone left? So here, this graph I have to write down from the particular book only, dear, because my diagrams and all these things are really horrible. So मैं ज़्यादा अच्छा बना नहीं सकती हूँ मैं. Just so let us go for the graph. Here we are taking the mass number. And in NCERT book also you are having, dear, but that part will be seeing later. So first let us go for the graph. Understand the concept first, because your writing, that particular diagrams will be far, far better than me, dear. So here we are having average binding energy per nucleon. Now here we are having the unit 0. Here I'm having 50. Here I'm having 100. Then we are having 150. Then here 200. Then 250. Atomic mass number we are taking. And here average binding energy. Now this energy part already I told you. This energy we are expressing in form of electron volt. And higher energies are expressed as your million electron volt. This part already in the beginning of the class, the first classes only I have told you, dear. So in this case here, now here I'm having 0, here I'm having 2, here 4, here 6, here I'm having 8, and last I'm having 10. So let me try कि थोड़ा बहुत ढंग से बना लो बेटा. I'm having here 6. तो नीचे helium. This is for the nitrogen and all. Six around. Only few part I'll be telling you that which are important here. That is mainly required. This 127 we are having. This one. Then 200. Range will decrease and further it will decrease for your uranium. $127 somewhere here. This iodine part. Now, so here let me mark this particular deer. This part are important. You all can go through the NCERT book also. Lithium. Here we are having helium.
Ma'am, at 10:15 we are having English class.
Okay. Oh my God. So leave it, yes. Listen over. This graph part mainly is what? This graph, you go through it, or better in the next class we're discussing here. This graph is very, very important here. In this graph, mainly we're discussing about.
Ma'am,
Leave it.
attendance.
So let me take the attendance part only. So next class, we'll be discussing about this graph. Or better, I'll be sharing this one. Whole graph only.